It surely looks like dinner politics is here to stay. It's back, you know. In Karnataka Congress, a closed-door meeting at Minister Satish Jarkiholi's residence in Belagavi has triggered fresh buzz over the Chief Minister's post. Chief Minister Siddaramaiah and his close aides were present, along with select ministers, soon after the assembly session ended. Sources have told us that the focus was very clear: how to defend Siddaramaiah's chair, protect it if the party high command calls leaders to Delhi, and apparently they've been summoned on 24th. There was discussion on who should move first, Siddaramaiah or Deputy Chief Minister D.K. Shivakumar, and how should they be responding if leadership change is raised yet again. Reportedly, leaders agreed that Siddaramaiah should not step down under any circumstances. They fear losing the crucial Ahinda vote base, and let's also understand here that there is nobody but Siddaramaiah who helmed the Ahinda grouping in Karnataka. Plans were also discussed for a letter campaign to Rahul Gandhi by Ahinda leaders, warning of political damage if Siddaramaiah is removed. A mega Ahinda convention is also being planned in January on the lines of Siddamotsava to project mass support and mobilize lakhs. Another power move was also discussed, pushing for Satish Jarkiholi as KPCC president to counter DKS's CM ambitions. Jarkiholi has downplayed the meeting, calling it a routine party discussion with no leadership talks whatsoever. Listen in.
ಚರ್ಚೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ಮ ಜಿಲ್ಲೆಗೆ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಧಿವೇಶನ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಕರೆಯುವಂಥ ಒಂದು ಮುಂಚೆ ಕೂಡ ಕರೆದಿದ್ದು ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಸರಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಮನೆಗೆ. ಇದು ಸರ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಕರೆದಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಬಂದ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಪಕ್ಷದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಆಗುವುಗಳನ್ನು ಚರ್ಚೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಅಷ್ಟಕ್ಕೆ ಸೀಮಿತವಾಗಿರುವಂಥದ್ದು ಡಿನ್ನರ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿ. ಬರಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಸೀಮಿತವಾಗಿರುವಂಥ ಡಿನ್ನರು. ಮತ್ತು ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಅವ್ರನ್ನೂ ಕೂಡ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ಬೇರೆಯವ್ರನ್ನ ಕೂಡ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ. ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೂಡ ನಮ್ಮ ಪಕ್ಷದವರೇ, ಅವನು ಕೂಡ ಕರೆದು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಗೌರವ ಸಲ್ಲಿಸ್ತೀವಿ.
Deputy Chief Minister D.K. Shivakumar also came out defending it and said, what's wrong with Satish Jarkiholi holding a dinner meeting and everyone attending? Is it okay to say no to eating together? Listen.
ಮಾಡಲಿ, ಸಂತೋಷ. ಊಟ ಮಾಡೋದು ಬೇಡ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಕ್ಕಾಗ್ತದ?
ನಾಲ್ಕೈದು ಜನ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದು ಅಂತ ಸರ್, ಬೇರೆ
ನನ್ಗೆ ಯಾಕೆ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ? ಈಗ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ, ಊಟ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಈ ಹೊರಗಡೆಯಿಂದ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀವಿ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಸೇರಿದ್ರೆ ತಪ್ಪೇನಿದೆ?
Meanwhile, Siddaramaiah has categorically rejected any claims of any 2.5-year power sharing formula. He said that he is the Chief Minister and shall remain so until the High Command decides otherwise. Listen in.
ಲೆಜಿಸ್ಲೇಟಿವ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಮೊದಲು ಜನ ಆಶೀರ್ವಾದ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಉತ್ತರ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕಂದಲ್ಲ ಸರ್. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಲೆಜಿಸ್ಲೇಟಿವ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿ ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಶಾಸಕರ ಆಯ್ಕೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಹೈಕಮಾಂಡ್ನವ್ರು ತೀರ್ಮಾನ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಹೇಳಿದಿನ ಹೊರತು ನಾನು ಬೇರೆ ಏನು ಹೇಳಿಲ್ಲ. ಈಗಲೂ ನಾನೇ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿ, ಹೈಕಮಾಂಡ್ನವ್ರು ತೀರ್ಮಾನ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ನಾನೇ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿ.
ಸರ್ ಮೊದಲು ಮಾಡಿಲ್ವೇನ್ ಸರ್?
ನೀವು 5 ವರ್ಷಕ್ಕೆ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿರೋದು. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಯಾಕೆ ಉತ್ತರ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನ 5 ವರ್ಷ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿರೋದು.
ಈಗ ಅರ್ಜೆಂಟ್ ಈಗ ಉತ್ತರ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ
5 ವರ್ಷಕ್ಕೆ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿರೋದು. ಪ್ರತಿಪಕ್ಷ ನಾಯಕರೇ 5 ವರ್ಷಕ್ಕೆ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರತಿಪಕ್ಷ ನಾಯಕರೇ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳಿ. ಪ್ರತಿಪಕ್ಷ ನಾಯಕರೇ 2.5 ವರ್ಷಕ್ಕೂ ಪ್ರತಿಪಕ್ಷ ನೀವು ಉತ್ತರ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ
2.5 ವರ್ಷ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೇ ಇಲ್ಲ.
ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಯಾಕೆ
2.5 ವರ್ಷ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿಲ್ಲ.
ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಸಮಾಧಾನ, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಉತ್ತರ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ
2.5 ವರ್ಷ ಅಂತ ಇಲ್ಲ. ತೀರ್ಮಾನ
ಬರಬೇಡಿ, ನನ್ನ ಪರವಾಗಿರಿ. ನಾವು ಸರ್ ನಾವು
Dinner politics may be dismissed publicly, and when certain things are dismissed again and again, there is some truth to all of it. But then let's go to the experts to speak about it. Satya Prakash is in. He is Vice Chairperson and Spokesperson for the KPCC, and Vijay Grover, Senior Journalist and Political Analyst. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for joining us on this broadcast. Vijay, I want to come to you first. Vijay, this is the second dinner party in a row. I think one was on Tuesday and then one happened yesterday. I mean, in close succession of each other. In the earlier one, of course, there were it was more of Dalit leaders who got together, and there was some from BJP as well as JDS. The agenda was twofold. One was, of course, to see that Siddaramaiah stays as their chief minister, and the second was, of course, about how Dalit entrepreneurs in Karnataka feel that they've been given the rough end of a stick. Tell me something. What we keep hearing is, we do this story and then we hear, Surjewala has said no one will speak publicly, this is over, only the High Command in Delhi will decide. One leader goes, the other leader goes. Then in Ram Leela, vote chori rally happens, Siddaramaiah goes but does not attend, the lunch which is given by Mr. Kharge. What is going on here, Vijay Grover? Once again, this kind of, CM ki kursi pe kiska hak? This movie is on and on and on. It's like a mega serial.
Good evening, Sudha.
Hi.
And see, as far as this particular scenario is concerned, let's de-link two things. One is the uncertainty as far as, who will be the leader. That is one part of the controversy, and that we need to discuss and debate over here. Now, as far as the dinners in Belagavi are concerned, let me tell you one thing. Having covered Belagavi from the first session, when the first time the session was held in Belagavi, such dinners are a very common occurrence for the simple reason that most of the MLAs, or rather 90% of the MLAs, are away from home. And once the assembly adjourns, they would, gather and, have dinner together. We discuss next day's strategy, and not much political weightage is given to that. This has been a tradition as far as Belagavi is concerned. In the initial years, when the media had a better rapport in terms of, acceptance, in terms of being invited to such dinners, we've attended several such dinners where some media people, politicians and others would be there as a part of the evening dinners, because it was a tradition that has been a part of it. So linking dinners to a plot would be something very different, and I don't think so that this is something we should read between the lines, because every second day, third day, one of the ministers or the chief minister will host a dinner, and that is something which will be in a tradition.
But Vijay,
now, as far as the instability is concerned, obviously the kind of smoke that is still emanating from the breakfast meetings, what we saw in Bengaluru, that certainly continues, and there is a lot of demand. And obviously, when the MLAs gather together, they still feel that there should be some change of guard, or maybe there is some speculation on to show their loyalty, because everybody knows that a reshuffle in the cabinet is round the corner. We will see it anytime in mid-January, and everybody wants to prove his or her loyalty to their leader, and that's why you see these kind of talks still emanating. So that's why I said we would want to de-link both. There is certainly a simmering discontent between several factions and the two leaders per se, but dinner diplomacy, I don't think so, because this is not something that we see first time.
I hear you, Vijay, but that way, Deputy CM and CM having breakfast, or Mysuru kind of breakfast is nothing new. But then it assumes so much of importance. It's because of the goings on there. And also, if you may recall, a couple of months ago, same dinners were planned and then they were cancelled. When Parameshwara wanted to have a dinner, Surjewala said postpone it. So you see, the thing is that it's about perception. You say on one hand, it's a tradition. Fantastic, it's a tradition. But background also, you say there is instability, and that's why I asked you that question, that we cannot possibly say the breakfast meetings which happened between number 1 and number 2 in the Karnataka government, it was just like, why don't you come home, Vijay, and have some breakfast with me? No, there was more to it than met the eye. Satyaprakash, let me get you in here. Satyaprakash, what I find very surprising is 2 meetings in quick succession, and they get a lot of traction in the media as well. I'm part of the media. It is happening because it seems like, the Ahinda convention, which is now planned in January, that is also one indication that, the supporters of Siddaramaiah is closing ranks. I mean, they want their leader to stay. They want their leader to assert himself. Your opening comments, sir.
See, I have been always telling Sudha that Mungeri Land Ki Haseen Sapne has been a continuous affair And this has been going on for how many I myself in your TV9, I think this should be my 12th or 15th debate on this. So the Mungari Malki Asmin saga is continuing is all I can say. The High Command is being very clear. The General Secretary in charge has been very clear. The AICC President who hails from the state of Karnataka has been very clear that as of now, there's nothing that is there in the offing. Once the parliament session is over, once today I think the parliament session also is over, the legislative session also will be over today. I think today is 19. I think both the meetings will be called and we will talk it over is what our High Command has said. And we need to count the chicken before the eggs are hatched. It is normal for SC convention or ST convention or OBC convention or Ahinda conventions to be held. This is nothing new. Congress party is a party for all. And one particular community don't belong to any one leader. Mr. D.K. Shivakumar also is a leader of Ahinda, being the KPCC president. Similarly, Mr. Siddaramaiah also has been nurturing. Isn't Mr. Siddaramaiah limited to only Ahinda? Is he not leader of Lingaites? Is he not leader of Okaligas? Is he not leader of other communities? So these are all, perception.
I hear you.
Games.
Pretty much that what Vijay said, you're also saying the same thing. But, certain comments and our sources are telling us. In the first meeting, apparently, I'm not going to name the person because you obviously will say it's all false. And you should. You're a spokesperson for the party. You're doing your job. And I respect that, Satya. But one person said apparently that look at Mr. Kharge, he doesn't want to be the chief minister. Neither does he want any Dalit and particularly Siddaramaiah to be the chief minister because he's batting for his son. The other point of the matter is that, Jarkiholi doing this SC convention is fine. I mean, like Vijay also said, but it's the background. Are you denying that there is a problem between D.K. Shivakumar and Siddaramaiah? Are you denying that, sir? Then I will never do this story again.
I completely hear that story because Mr. D.K. Shivakumar himself has said, I am not a leader for 10 MLAs, 20 MLAs, 30 MLAs. I am a leader for all 140 MLAs. Mr. Siddaramaiah himself has said, the Congress Legislative Party has chosen him. So these both are two eyes of the Congress party. One is leading the party and one is leading the Congress Legislature group. And in protocol, as far as the Congress Legislature group comes, the Chief Minister heads. As far as the party as a whole comes, Mr. D.K. Shivakumar heads. So there is no confusion in this. See, in politics, aspiration is a must. Every leader aspires. Like in BJP, there is a cousin for president, chair.
Yeah, your audio is very erratic. I'm sorry. Thoda network ka issue hai, boss. I mean, if you can just correct it, I'd be very grateful. I'll come back to you, Satya. Vijay, I want to ask you this. You say it's convention. I agree. Even Satya said these things happen. But the point of the matter is it's about perception. Politics is these days not played out within closed doors, or in the assembly. It's right on social media for people to see. It is also kind of, the past statements, for instance, both by DK, go and ask him. Siddaramaiah saying, why are you asking me? You ask him. I'm not here. Why are you going to Delhi? Why are you asking me? I'm going to Delhi for a wedding. Why is he not there? How do I know he is not there? You ask him, no. Then Siddaramaiah missing the lunch meeting of Mallikarjun Kharge that day and straight away going to Karnataka Bhavan, having his lunch, going to the Ram Leela Maidan and then not meeting any leaders and going away. What does it show? And whereas that day particularly D.K. Shivakumar met the leaders, he was smiling, there was Revant Reddy also there was also Himachal. So the thing is that it is very clear that somewhere there is a perception that D.K. Shivakumar is being feted, he is given more support, and his supporters, the man on the screen, his supporters are therefore doing these close huddles to see how they can keep the flock together. Because there is no denying the fact that Satish Jarkiholi wants to be the KPCC president.
Even so, the one thing that what I told you is the breakfast meeting may have been, white flags shown by both the leaders in terms of, truce call given by the High Command. But that doesn't mean that there is no simmering discontent. It is there, it will remain. till such time that, these people are not able to come to any solution, or even if they come to any other solution, one of them is bound to be unhappy, that is for sure. Now, what we are seeing here now with the Ahinda convention, it is again assertion by Siddaramaiah camp. It is asserting that the Ahindas and the Dalits and the minorities are his key strength, and he wants to demonstrate to the High Command that by having such a convention in January, that shaking him off or trying to replace him is not good for the party. So it's a clear message. As you said that he did not attend Mallikarjun Kharge's lunch. Very clearly, this is again a signal to the High Command. Now, this is something where, whatever, and we told you earlier also, and we discussed in earlier shows, Satya Prakash will agree that D.K. Shivakumar very well knows that for him to become the Chief Minister is practically impossible till such time that the ED moves on him. The ED cases against him are not resolved, and that is not going to happen anytime soon. So this is something either he has to learn to accept that as a reality and continue as DCM, or ensure that he retains his freedom as the KPCC president. Now, Satish Jarkiholi's move may be a signal to replace the KPCC president, but I do not think the High Command will accept that. So this is something which is a very catch-22 situation, where neither the CM seat is moving, nor is the KPCC president seat moving. And, this kind of speculation and hurdles are fueled by a lot of, leaders within the party. And now the opposition has got the gunpowder to actually attack the Congress with it.
Right.
That's what they've been doing on the floor of the House.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to ask you, which I'll ask Satya. Satya is back with us. Thank you, Satya, for being back. Satya, the kind of perception, the kind of messaging, the kind of posturing, the opposition, of course, will do what it does. And I'm not, that's politics. I'm talking about you had a fabulous victory. But from day one, and Vijay was with me on the day that the results came, we celebrated. What a fabulous victory that was. And, congratulations. But then you're just, frittering it away in more ways than one. They are saying that, okay, anything happens if Lakshmi Hebalkar gets up and says, I'm sorry, but Griha Lakshmi will come to your bank account. So, dekha, there is a fighting which is going on. Anything which happens, that's the perception which is, and I think you need to correct that. I wonder why Siddaramaiah ji did not go for Kharge's lunch, sir.
See, perception is different from reality.
Right.
Siddaramaiah didn't go to Mr. Kharge's lunch is a perception. What is the reality? Karnataka's tallest leader, Mr. Shamnu Shivshankarappa, had expired, and he had to rush back because there should be some government representative, and Mr. Shamnu Shivshankarappa has served the Congress party by being 7 or 8 time MLA. He has been the treasurer of the party. He has been one of the senior leader in Central Karnataka. So he had to come back. So there's nothing much to read. There was always the KPCC president from Karnataka who represented. The CM had to rush back, keeping in mind the death of Mr. Shamnu Shivshankarappa. And the next day, Belagavi session also was there. So they had to maintain the balance between these both.
DK stayed back.
Yeah, DK stayed back and came back little late. But Mr. Siddaramaiah rushed back because he, as the Chief Minister of the state and leader of the legislative party,
right,
one of our
but are you denying that there has been a problem for more than 6 months, Satya Prakash?
See, this ever since the Congress government took charge, from after 4 or 5 months, the people have been saying, but there is nothing I can see. What is destabilizing?
Why are you? I hear you. But the thing is that the day, just 2 days after your results came, and we were all there on the screen, DK Suresh came out and said that I think my brother should become Chief Minister. He's neither BJP nor is he people. How come?
Why not? When he was in 2023, when the government was formed, he was an MP. So an MP will have an aspiration that a senior leader, his brother from his area, has to become the CM. What
aspirations,
is wrong in
personal aspiration, which means what I'm saying is right. You're right. Why can't DK Suresh have an aspiration of his Anna becoming Chief Minister? Fine. So basically what is happening is Satish Jarkiholi batting for Siddaramaiah ji. They are saying Parmeshwara is creating a problem. Parmeshwara is creating a problem for us. Then Muniappa, all of them batting for one thing, and the others, of course, Mr. Zamir Ahmed, how can I even forget him? And the others are behind DK Shivakumar. DK Shivakumar seems to be having a good rap with Delhi. So the story goes on, and that's why I do so many Karnataka stories.
You see, wait for another 15 to 20 days.
All right.
Wait for 15 to 20 days. Everything will be clear. That is what the High Command has said. That is what most of our senior leaders from Delhi have said. Wait for that.
Is it around Sankranti?
Around
Sankranti?
I also do. I will not be able to give you a true picture.
In talking about the incoming reshuffle that is everybody is waiting for, and I'm sure a lot of discontented MLAs will find some space.
Yes.
And that's something where,
Big story again.
this entire lobbying is happening.
Give me 30 seconds. Give me 30 seconds. Give me 30 seconds.
Go ahead.
What is the difference between stability and unstable governments? From 2013 to 2018, there was stability. From 2018 to 2023, instability, 3 CMs. From 2013 to 2018, stability. From 2008 to 2013, during BJP term, 3 chief ministers. That is called instability. Whenever Congress was in rule, ultimately there was 1 chief minister or at the most 2 chief ministers for the last 2 terms.
All right.
So how are you saying instability? We are having 140 MLAs and you are calling instable. Every time BJP government was formed, they never had a majority on their own.
Right, but then we are talking about your government, and like you say, we will wait for Sankranti to come, and maybe then we will see the changes happening and maybe some kind of stability. I have to move on. And Satya, you are on my next story as well. Therefore, thank you.
Shivratri will come, Ugadi will come, Dasara will come, Deepavali will come. Nothing will happen to this Congress government.
Oh, lovely. You just gave us the calendar. Thank you very much.
Christmas is coming. Let's celebrate Christmas.
Yes, Merry Christmas to all of you.